Mother used to tell stories of Atelian. How it was a shining example of a future in which the races live in harmony. Now look at it.
And my brother Raj sent me a letter warning me of what's happened here. He still operates as a royal assassin somewhere in Atelian. Something in his note seemed off.
I haven't seen Raj's face since I was a girl. It'll be good to see him again.
My scouts also tell me the Twin Elders are both in Atelian somewhere. Given our actions in battle, they'll either want to thank us or feed our corpses to the blood trees.
I've been around elves long enough to know they'll probably want to do both. All right, best not keep the Emperor waiting.
Aviana, the famed liberator of the Battle of Varantor, leader of the impressive beacon they called Ilion, one half of the mercenaries they called the Twilight Twins. Shall I go on?
By all means.
Eye of the Molten Moons and Hurik's reigning champion, builder of the throne of Korsal, liberator of elven princesses. And if I've forgotten something, forgive me. My mind isn't what it used to be.
There's no need for formalities, Emperor. My friends call me Avi.
Then I will. Men my age don't tend to have friends, but if we did, I assume they'd call me Emperor. What would you say we get away from the troops and prying ears and talk man to woman?
Lead the way, Emperor.
I grew up here, you know. I played in these fields. The stone at your feet was our home. My father was a cruel, sadistic man, even for a despot. So my mother bundled me up and we fled here. She made this our place, away from the Emperor's court.
Your father's rule is before my time, and not much was written about him.
Not entirely true. He was a prolific poet and wrote often about the tortures he'd inflict on others. Carving their skin, hacking their teeth. When the Veil rose in religious authority, they burned his books, which I was happy to see. I didn't know they'd burn all our great works.
Your mother sounds very brave.
Yes. When my father died, holy hands came to take me. I was rightful heir after all. Mother resisted. My father's last wish was that they find her and do to her what he wished. I was forced to watch. It happened just there.
You must have just been a boy when you became Emperor.
Indeed. Simultaneously pampered and reviled. It wasn't until the Veil rose that I knew family again. There was a time it was a religious practice of love before they turned.
You know the Veil don't serve you. They serve no one but themselves.
Unlike a desire for food or drink, there's no mechanism in the body to tell you when you've had enough power. But to answer directly, I can't stop them. Not now. The Veil are the military. They are the church. Soon they will be all that's left of the Empire.
You called on me for aid.
I did. For 3 epochs, my ancestors lived here in harmony with the elves. That was before the Fate Hand brought war. I believe the only way to survive this war is by being a broker of peace. The Veil disagree. Most elves disagree. But not the Twin Elders.
And not you.
I do not want to leave behind a Nevendar as cruel as the one I was born into. But to negotiate peace, we need a powerful arbiter. Avi, We need you.
You're asking me to put the lives of my friends in jeopardy for a fool's errand? If we are going to do this, you have to follow my lead. Understand?
I asked you here for your guidance, not your servitude. Return to your troops and tell them what we've decided. When you're ready, we'll depart.
Stand aside.
We will not! Collusion with the elves is an act against the will of the High Father. It will not be tolerated.
This man is your emperor. He is the living, breathing will of your god. Now stand aside.
The Empire is nothing. The Veil is all.
You're beating hard. I must have it.
This is an outrage! So I have let my lands fall into the Veil's grasp, but I am still their emperor!
The Veil serve their god with blind devotion and no one else. Not even you.
My outburst was uncalled for. You deserve thanks. Not just for your protection, but for your honesty as well.
Pay it no attention. We ride to the negotiations whether the Veil like it or not.
Elves?
No.
Abby, you said follow your lead. What do we do?
Everyone, around the Emperor. Shields if you have them. If he dies, peace dies with him.
Surrender the Emperor or surrender your lives.
No one surrendering anything! Attack! For the rage of our mother! Are you hurt?
Not a scratch, thanks to your quick wit. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were part of our royal guard.
You pick up a few tricks when you spend your childhood fighting for survival. Ori, how's the party?
Accounted for.
Good. This should be the last of the Veil, but let's be on our toes. This is clearly not going how Demosthenes pictured.
Not exactly as pictured is just how we do things around here, Emperor. You'll get used to it.
The Twin Elders swore to meet me here. Where are they?
We'll look around, but the city's destroyed, and most of the damage is still smoldering. If the Elders were here, hopefully they made it out alive.
Explain yourselves.
What she means is that we've traveled with the Emperor to broker peace.
Lies! Crown's Head has been under siege for days. We fell back.
Our convoy was attacked en route as well. The Veil acts against my will.
The Veil's acts are your acts, Emperor. We do not come to make peace. We come to make demands.
Tell me Monwian's demands.
The Mana Chimney northeast of here was seized in battle when the Veil turned on us. Return it.
The Veil did not turn on you. The world is at war. They attacked a known enemy that was feeding our heroes to blood trees.
Emperor, enough! Give me Lariel's demands.
The Emperor's head. Our people lived in harmony under his father. This war is his fault.
My father was a sadistic torturer who ruled through fear and murder.
Fear and murder are all your race deserve.
Enough, both of you. Excluding the Emperor's assassination, what else does Lariel desire?
The gold mines beyond the wall of Loch Lester. Return them to us.
You have no use for gold. Lariel just wants to rob my subjects of their wealth. And you, the Mana Chimneys are not mine to give. This is war. If soldiers took them, then to soldiers go the spoils.
Surrender these two resources, and you'll become the man who ushered in an era of peace for the Empire. It's a small price to pay.
Dedication to peace must be proven. Until the mine and Mana Chimney are retaken, we agree to nothing.
If they're held by Veil soldiers...
They won't relinquish either without a fight. Leave that part to us.
Thank you, Avi. But I want to come with you.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were enjoying this. Truth be told, so am I. Let's off.
Mana's ours. We took it. Now off with you.
If taking it made it yours, then I could just take it and make it mine.
Take the mana, and I take your head.
How dare they attack their own Emperor? And did you see their eyes?
Glowing with mana? I thought the Veil claimed mana abuse was an affront to the High Father.
Now, they also claimed we were criminals.
Well, that's not exactly wrong. Still, the mana's safer under our control than theirs.
His eyes upon you, travelers. These mines have been seized under holy order of the Veil's holy rites. Back away!
The Veil don't get to murder and plunder and call it a holy rite. These gold mines are as much mine as yours.
Blasphemy!
Moving out.
How far we've fallen. There was a time when the Veil were the highest of religious ideals. Now they're nothing but brutish, thieving thugs.
We're all capable of cruelty when we have the power of a god on our side. The Veil aren't special.
There can be no peace without a peace offering. The mana chimney, the gold mines, then we talk.
It's done. Now I hold you to your word.
Impossible. No one could loosen the grip of the Veil so quickly. Is this treachery?
No, it's strategy. Now fetch the Twin Elders and let them know we're ready to negotiate. Let's hope the Elders are more willing to talk than their envoys.
Doubtful. And given how long it takes elves to make up their minds, I'd say we'll be here a while. My guards built a fire. I have ale from the plains. Join us. I'd be happy to know if your tales from Varentor match the legends.
The quickest way to my heart is through my pint glass. Lead the way, Emperor. Elders, as you know, we come prepared to negotiate peace.
The Liberator speaks for the Empire now?
Why have you brought Ormeriel here?
She's an ally and friend. She goes where I go. Now, the negotiations.
We were told the Nephilim has met our demands.
The gold and mana will be yours for as long as the truce holds.
My subjects will demand a show of faith, or they will not agree. Surrender your claims on the Plains of Widows and the Lows, and recall your forces from those realms.
Preposterous.
If ceding your claim to the two realms is out of the question, then all three of you need to compromise.
And what would you suggest?
Atelian was proof that the clans and the Empire can live together, share the other realms, and share the resources equally.
We accept.
What in the four heavens have you done? The people will never agree to this. The Veil will kill every elf and me for agreeing to this.
Demosthenes, you came for peace. It has a cost.
Spare me your lectures, girl. I never should have allowed a child here. We're leaving.
Maybe just let him cool off.
Right. He's headed back to where we met him. Give him some time, then we'll go talk some sense into him. look for survivors, and find the Emperor. Who did this? Elves?
To the four heavens with you. This is your doing.
We can avenge you, but you have to tell us who did this and where they took the Emperor.
The Emperor grew to trust you, so I will trust you. It was Katanira, ruler supreme of the Vale. She was behind this. She took the Emperor north to the Tower of Mizrael.
Avi, there you are. We've searched. Fresh tracks head north, but there's no sign of the Emperor.
I know. Before the soldier died, he said some ruler supreme of the Vale took the Emperor to the Tower of Mizrael. At least we know the Emperor may still be alive. We find him, and we find answers. Emperor, you're alive. Your guards were attacked.
I can explain.
And you. You're Katanira. The Royal Guard told me about you before he died.
Oh, you are impressive. I can see why the Emperor is so smitten with you. Demosthenes is nothing but a marionette. I hold the strings. Tell her.
It's true. But I believed we could end this war, that we could...
Quiet, old man. I am the true ruler supreme of the Vale and the Church of the High Father. From the shadow he casts, I beam the light.
This doesn't make any sense. I want answers and I want them now, or High Father, as my witness, I will tear this entire tower down.
I have waited so long for this moment, Nephilim. Let's make it last.
I don't like being toyed with, Katanira. Tell me the real reason I was called here.
It was no game. The Emperor truly believed he could sneak unseen, plotting peace. It was of no consequence to me until you arrived. Then his secret plot became very interesting to me.
I came because I believed if peace could be achieved, it would be the first step toward a better future.
The negotiations were doomed to fail because peace can only be achieved through God. And God demands purity. Simply speaking to an elf is an affront to his holy light.
There is no such title as the Ruler Supreme, and the Vale are meant to have no leader aside from the Inquisitor Regent.
All you must know is I am the Vale. I am the Church of the High Father, and soon, I will be the Empire itself.
The Emperor didn't mention you.
I trained him well. Did he mention that when his mother died, I took him in, taught him scripture, and became his new family? Did he tell you that I was the one who killed his father so that he might rise to the throne? No, I suppose not.
Enough talk.
But there's so much more for you to know, child of iron and sky. I led the soldiers to you the day your father died. Do you not recognize me? I am the one who gave you the contract to kill Sebastian at the Church of St. Darchild. Remove the infidel and find the Nephilim, or so was my plan.
Impossible. Because of you, we discovered Ilion.
Once I found you, I had to awaken your true nature. So it was I who woke Varan on the battlefield, revealing the path to the City of Angels profane.
You? My generals told me it was Mortis. Or the Angel rose because of the Liberator. That cost thousands of lives.
And I am the one forging the alliance with the Legion through the path of flesh and flame. The Titans are my creation.
All of this just to get to me?
Don't be absurd. You are but a small part in a very, very large game. It took millennia to reach this point, but now we are mere breaths away. As was Demosthenes, as was the Empire itself. From the beacon of hope must the last Emperor fall.
But it is too late. Katanira flings Emperor Demosthenes from the tower's edge. You rush to grab him. The people look up in horror. Amidst the gasps, you hear it. They call you the assassin, the butcher. You. The Emperor is dead. The Empire will die with him. And the people blame you.
Let's move. Stand down.
But of course.
Victory or death. Pitiful thing.
Do not fear death. The life stream drains from you. Corsidium Mantiae.
Back.
Death, rebirth.
Corsidium Mantiae.
Oh, I will enjoy this.
For the rage of our mother!
I will carve his sword on you. High Father, shine a light.
Fight for your honor.
Feel his wrath. Father, guide my blade.
Pitiful thing. Pitiful thing. Pitiful thing.
Pain will be your reward.
Pitiful thing.
You're done. Alien forever.
Moving out.
I will bring wrath with me.
You will serve me in time. Will you just...
Feel his wrath. I will carve his sword on you.
Victory or death. Pitiful thing.
Make your stand here.
Pitiful thing.
Let's move. You're done.
Fight for your honor. I will crush you.
But of course. Fire!
For Mortis. The life stream drains from you.
Our mothers are always with us. We will birth a new world.
Let us savor this moment. Your flesh is too soft.
Die!
Victory or death. Pitiful thing. Pitiful thing.
Burn! I go!
Fight for your honor. Pitiful thing.
Face your death.
You stink of the living. Where I go, darkness follows.
I will lick your wounds.
This should be fun.
Beltagon Hoylentoth. I will crush you.
You dare tempt my ire? To battle!
Let's move. That's better.
I will find a clear shot.
Fire! Ah! Victory or death.
Can you hear her calling to us?
Let us savor this moment. Push them back.
Will you just die?
For Mother Nevendar. Feel galleon.
Pitiful thing.
Moving. That's better. Meet your fate. Where's Katanira?
When the Emperor fell, she opened some kind of portal. It looked like yours.
All this time, our true leader was lurking in the shadows. But why appear now?
What will this mean for the Empire? The Emperor had no heirs, no siblings. By law, the Empire must be dissolved. It will be anarchy.
Before she killed him, she whispered an incantation.
What happens now?
In the end, the Emperor was just a man as flawed as any of us. He deserves our mourning, not our contempt.
Seeing the suffering he allowed, you may be in the minority on this one, Avi.
Story of our lives, Ori. Let's move. No
Die.
need to thank me. Die.
Fire!
Death. Quickly, before they can react. Die! Rush them.
The life stream drains from you.
Will you just...
Fight for your honor. I will crush you. Victory or death. Pitiful thing.
I'm going. You're mine. You're done.
Fight for your honor. I will crush you.
Mortis, use my body!
Death is inevitable.
For the rage of our mother!
Death is close. Death, rebirth, and death again.
Victory or death, I will crush you.
I'm going. Stand down! Face your death.
Fight for your honor.
You're beating hard. I must have it.
Father!
Father?
These are the children I was telling you about. The boys and girls I was caring for in the Church of St. Darchild.
You remember our names?
How could I possibly forget you? But my, how you've grown.
You're wearing the Veil's insignia for a fighting echelon.
The Veil are in shambles. This was ripped off the body of a fallen comrade and put on me. But sneaking past wolves is easier when you look like a wolf.
When we attacked the Church of St. Darchild, we didn't know it was housing orphans.
No one did. Or so we thought. Father Sebastian kept us hidden so we could avoid the Veil's conscription. Or worse, their purification. He succeeded.
You're a little young for a paladin.
I needed to learn the ways of my enemy, so I joined. The Veil marched my mentors on Varantahor. Most died in the battles that followed, making me the oldest of my echelon.
The battle in Varantahor has driven the world to war. You're not safe, especially not in lands shared with elves.
We have no fight with the people here. We're leaving for the Plains of Widows.
With a caravan large enough to transport a battalion of Holy Avengers. The truth, Waukelan.
They're being hunted by the Veil. Most are just children no older than I was when you protected me. We're taking the supply roads, then sailing the rivers for the Hail.
It's no safer than here. Trust me.
Anywhere's better than here. But the roads have blockades by the Veil and elves both. These people are valuable as both prisoners and hostages. They're not safe.
Then we go forward and clear the blockades. Until we do, you stay here and guard the caravans.
Father, no. Let me come with you. The caravans aren't marked. The people are hidden. They'll be safe.
So be it. We'll get rid of the Veil and Elven blockades and return when the way to the river is clear. Let's go, Waukelan.
Praise, High Father.
High Father be praised.
We search for a group of rebels and criminals. They're to be sent to the path of flesh and flame. A bounty is on their heads.
I didn't know there was a bounty. How much?
What my friend means to say is that a good citizen would happily turn over rebels out of duty, not a desire for payment.
He's right. That's what I meant. We're neither rebels nor criminals. Walk in his holy light.
A bounty for the location of the rebels and the criminals who travel with them.
We're neither rebels nor criminals. Walk in his holy light.
A bounty for the location of the rebels and the criminals who travel with them.
Part of me wants to send you to the path of flesh and flame. But killing you will have to suffice.
Death, rebirth, and death again.
Well fought.
Thank you, Father. And thank you, Liberator.
Don't mention it. So, now what?
The Vale's blockade is broken, but the Elven blockade remains. They'll make hostages of the caravans unless we do something. We require passage. Have it. You are of no interest to us.
We'll be back, but for now, let's get out of here.
Move past.
Nothing personal, elf, but you're in our way. I can see how much you care for your children and how you fight for them. What's next?
The way to the river is clear. Let's return to the caravans.
We did it.
The path to the river is clear, but listen to wisdom, my boy. Even if you survive the riverways, you'll have no easy access to the Hail.
He's right. The Mercenary King is long dead, and the gates don't open for just anyone. That ring has the seal of the Plains of Widows. Only the royal family have those rings.
Formerly royal. I was to become King of the Hail. I gave that life up to serve the High Father and the Vale. Clearly, that didn't go according to plan, but I wouldn't change a thing, because it brought us together, all of us. This ring might still count for something. If anyone remains who honors their royal pledge, it will grant you passage.
Father, thank you.
Your Majesty?
Oh, now, call me Sebastian.
I just assumed the fact that you're a king would, you know, come up.
Well, I'm not a king. It was a life I was proud to leave behind. Being born into kingship hardly entitles you to it. I prefer a leader who earns their place, as you have.
Are you nervous for Wakalan? The rivers leading to the Hail are treacherous.
How could I not be? But I need to put my fear aside and allow myself to be proud of him. Few young men would put themselves in jeopardy to save the less fortunate, but he's one.
You trust me. You give up your kingdom for a life of faith. You put your life on the line for these children.
We put our lives on the line together. I'm only here because of you, Aviana.
Well, I'm glad the feeling's mutual. It's time to leave. It may be some time before Wakalin and the others make it to the Plains of Widows.
I said my goodbyes, but it is my hope that we meet them in the Hail one day.
The Fate Hand brought you two together this time. I'm sure it will again. Moving.
Aviana, this cave is beneath the blood trees. This is the place we discussed in Ilion. Elves who seek power are drawn to here.
Is there something special about the blood trees?
For feral elves, yes. The trees are a link to the primal energies of Nevendar. When they bleed, we bleed. And when they sing, that is when we are truly alive.
Do you really bleed, or are you being poetic?
The power of such places fills us with life. More than one elf was conceived underneath such roots. Sadly, there are few blood trees still standing. The Empire does not care for that which came before it.
You think Lariel might be here?
It would be wise to be prepared for an ambush.
Noted.
Stand back. We don't have to fight them.
This sure feels like an attack.
Patience, Avi. We do not need violence here. Lariel.
You are hunting us, I see.
No. We are to talk, and no more.
Control your face, Lariel, or I might be forced to control it for you.
No blood will be shed here.
If you both value your lives, then that would be a wise decision. Are we done here?
No, Lariel. We are done with war, but not with words. I seek a peace not only between you and I, but with the noble elves too. Here, underneath the blood trees, we would find common ground.
Foolish girl. You are neither feral nor noble, and yet you speak as if you are both.
I am both, Lariel, and it is a good thing. We are all elves at our core. We are all kin.
Or Mariel, to you I say this. You will never be one of us. However, it is true that we have no need to fight between our kind. If you were to bring Monwayan here, then, without veiled distraction, perhaps a future could be looked to.
For the reconciliation of elves, I will do this task.
I shall be waiting.
Monwayan and his clan are out there somewhere. We must find them at the earliest opportunity, before Lariel changes her mind. There are other blood tree groves in these lands. They would be ideal places to search.
Lariel wasn't exactly charming back there.
She will never accept my heritage as a feral elf, nor my life amongst noble elves. I am caught in between, and she is reluctant to see the advantages that may offer. By bringing them together, and with the help of the blood trees, there is a chance, however small, of achieving something more than a fragile peace.
Together, we'll make both elders see sense.
Thank you, Avi. Elves, be careful.
Welcome, Nephilim.
Mafala?
An old friend?
We were Sundancer sisters, Avi. We fought alongside each other many years ago.
A different time, Ormiriel. Monwian is gone. I am Marfala of the Mar Dynasty, and I claim the title of Elder.
What do you mean, gone? Monwian is dead?
He has put himself onto a different path. He walks the mana veins now.
I bring important news, Marfala. Lariel wishes to share words for the betterment of all elves.
And why, I ask, should I talk with the Elder of the Feral Elves? Whatever faith you gained with Monwian must be regained with me. But be quick and speak truthfully, for I will not accept your lingering within these trees for long.
We seek a true, lasting peace between all elves, feral and noble alike.
I saw your judgment of Monwian and Lariel with Emperor Demosthenes. It is rare for others to side with us. You speak only of elves. I would hear why you would assist my people.
There is no need for further violence. I seek an end to it.
An end? Your many aggressions are well known throughout these lands. But violence is a fact of life, and your assistance against Demosthenes was unexpected. I accept. I shall meet with Elder Lariel.
Thank you, Elder Marfala.
Excellent. Let me give you some directions.
There is no need, Nephilim. My scouts are more than capable. You will find me there.
We'll see you there.
Aviana of Ilion, you have finally arrived.
Nephilim.
We are here to talk, yes. So talk.
Elder Lariel, Elder Marfala. I ask you both to this sacred place so that we may discuss the future of our people. I propose first a formal peace between...
No.
We must rise above the violence and distrust of our past. There is only the future. And that future will include neither feral nor noble elves if we do not join together.
The Veil seeks to destroy us all.
And yet here we stand.
But for how much longer? Our numbers dwindle. Our lands lessen. Come together as elves! Stand as one!
Together, your people would prosper.
We have been suffocated for too long, it is true.
Reclaiming the ancient elven lands of Nevendar is a worthwhile goal.
So what do you say? Will our people become one?
I speak for all noble elves, and I say that I would accept a true peace.
I speak for all feral elves, and I say also that I would accept a true peace. On one condition.
Name it, Lariel.
A peace not signed in blood is no true peace. No, Marfala, not us. Ormariel claims to be both feral and noble, so I would have the blood contract bound to you.
The contract, the peace, will be bound to Ormariel.
If it is broken, she breaks with it. These are my terms.
Avi, I knew there would be a price. Lariel's hate for me is too strong to miss an opportunity like this.
If this is what it takes, then perhaps it is worth it, Ormariel.
Yes. There will be no other option but this. I walk willingly to my fate. Very well. Let the peace between all elves be bound to me. If it dies, so too will I die with it.
A wise decision, Ormariel, the bringer of peace.
Ormariel Peacebringer, a fine title.
It is done.
I'm going. Die. You're mine! Fire!
You betray our dear Emperor by flinging him from the Tower of...
Ivan? High Father be praised. It's Coruscant. We were reformed under Mother Jeanne together.
And long does a shadow stretch in his light, sister. You know what they call you these days. Coruscant the Insolent.
Coruscant had nothing to do with the Emperor's killing. None of us did. We were trying to help. Blame your ruler supreme.
Says the woman who stole the path of flesh and flame from the Veil's protection?
Fire!
You didn't have to kill him, Aviana. The man was my friend.
Whatever friendship you had is done. He was going to hurt you. I couldn't let that happen.
Nirian Belental, Harvat Moran Kal Elden, Pirmor Al Nevendar.
The question now is, what is it that the Arcanist is guarding?
Is that a question? I mean, there's a war, and guards guard things.
No, he's right. I hadn't thought about it, but it is suspicious. An elite Arcanist to the Veil's hidden rites, standing out here in the opens of Lochleicester, the last bastion of the old Empire? No. The Veil are acting erratically, but this is strange. Something's inside, and I intend to find out what.
A mirror's eye. Like the one that poisoned Port Grimard in the Plains of Widows.
No!
Why do I get the impression you knew this would be here?
I meant to tell you in Ilion, but we didn't see each other in time. The Veil had planned to kill the remaining supporters of the Emperor by corrupting their flesh using a mirror's eye. I would have told you, truly, but I didn't believe it. This isn't the High Father's will. It can't be. Can it?
His will doesn't matter, but yours does. The saying goes that it's up to us to imprint our will on Nevendar. But that means you have to decide what your will is.
It's my will to destroy this thing and save the people the Veil would kill with it.
The last one nearly killed you. And this one, Coruscant, you can feel the energy coming off of it. The hate.
Then I die here to save the lives of those who need us. The last time the Veil used the power of a mirror's eye, it poisoned an entire village. One this size could kill every mortal in Atelian.
Coruscant, we don't always see eye to eye, but we've been through so much together. If anything happened...
The only danger is doing nothing at all. Regret later. Act now, right?
If there's a way to save the lives of the people, well, regret later, act now.
Step aside and let me help.
I'm not risking both of you.
Aviana! Step aside!
You did it!
With help.
We will undo the wrongs of the Veil, but only by working together.